Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Well, it must be a Thursday afternoon because here he comes, grinning away. It's the lovely Richard Morrison, of course, Kapiti Coast District Council's Eco-Design Advisor. Hello, Richard.
Good afternoon.
Now, I believe you're talking about people like me today. Now, don't jump in and say something silly there. I know you could.
I wasn't going to.
Renters.
People who are tenants in home, and as it's got a little bit colder over the last few weeks, I've had several ring me up and say, what can we do? What's going to happen with the insulation for rental properties? We know that by the 1st of July 2019, you have to have minimum amounts of insulation in the ceiling and under the floor, so that's a legal requirement coming in.
That's good for the renters then, like me.
Absolutely fantastic. The home I was in yesterday, they were getting the insulation upgraded. I think it's tomorrow maybe, and that's what they were doing. But they had lots and lots of glass, so I talked to them about the types of curtains. They had lined curtains, and if you're on a community service card, we can go through the curtain bank and get you free curtains. So curtains are really important. They actually give you a better insulation value than double glazing.
Wow.
And so full length, 3-layered curtains do make a huge difference. They need to puddle onto the ground, and they need to be quite close fitting above the window. In the house yesterday, I'm only using this as an example, we saw they had a couple of old fridge freezers plugged in. So they actually had 3 fridge freezers plugged in. And I said, how many are you using? And he had his beers in one. She had some frozen stuff in the bottom of the other one. And I said, why can't you combine those 2 fridges and only have 2 fridges running?
Yeah, makes
sense. And then I
sense.
went, do you really need 2 fridge freezers? And so that was the sort of tack that I was taking. I'm quite into going in and helping people at a level that they need to be helped at. So if somebody says to me, well, we're a renter, I tend to focus on the low-cost stuff, maybe like draft-proofing around a door that someone can spend $15 on for their year's rental, and then they know that the wind's not going to blow through. Hanging up blankets instead of using, proper lining or over-openings, things like that. We also have to back that up because obviously, very often in a rental property there's nowhere to dry clothes, and I'm very keen on drying your clothes after you've washed them on sunny days. We know how much water comes out of a load of washing, about 5 to 6 litres.
I was telling Jo, our new staff member here, Jo Sharp, she was saying something about she put a clothes area in her house and the cat got up on it. I went, no. And she looked at me. I said, Richard Morrison would tell you off. That's 5 litres of water into your house.
Well, it's interesting because I've got another friend and I've been to her house 3 times, her and her husband, and they dry a couple of loads of washing in their bedroom on a daily basis.
No.
And she's just got huge breathing difficulties at the moment. And what happens is the moisture goes into your soft furnishings, into your bed, into your carpets, and of course that dampness creates mould. You suck in the mould spores, and then of course that mould starts growing in your lungs. And it is not a good look. And I know that just through simple thinking about where you're going to dry your clothes, it's really worthwhile. So I go in, talk with people on a level they want to know about. Very often I'll get the landlord in as well, or the agency, and we'll work together on this, because some things are personal responsibility. That's like drying clothes inside, that's a personal choice, switching off lights, and other things like a range hood or bathroom extractor, making sure they're working, that's the landlord's problem.
Yeah, it's a total win-win situation getting you round, Richard, because there's so much value in this service. And, we've talked off here before and said it's a free service, but don't let that put you off, people. Whether you're building a house, whether you're a renter like me, you're going to win from having Richard come around to see you. You're going to save money and you're going to end up happier and healthier, and he'll put a smile on your face. So give Richard a call. He's grinning on the other side of the microphone. His direct dial number is 2964651. Book in a time for Richard to come and see you, and he can just go through your house and say, get rid of that extra fridge. It's costing you $250 a year, right?
That's what it is. It's working together, coming up with a better solution for you and your home, and that reflects back on your health. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard. We'll see you next Thursday.
106.3 Beach FM.